Texas State students wanting to work in water resources had the chance to stop by the Environmental Job Fair on Tuesday. The event, held in the LBJ Ballroom, featured several potential employers, including Texas Parks and Wildlife, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the Texas Water Development Board. Most of the organizations were seeking students to fill internships or, in some cases, full-time positions. An advisor with Career Services says several hundred students attended the fair. The next event sponsored by Career Services will be the Summer Job Fair next spring.
Students are having trouble listening to KTSW.
Well, we used to receive quite a few complaints about people in San Marcos, in the dorms primarily, not being able to pick us up. They had bad reception.
Recently, KTSW announced plans to improve its signal by upgrading the radio station's transmitter.
I know we've been working on this tower project for a number of years, and it's taken a while to even purchase the property.
Earlier this year, Texas State University purchased the land where the station's tower is located. A leasing arrangement had been in effect prior to the purchase. KTSW General Manager Dan Schumacher says that due to unique geographical features between San Marcos and New Braunfels, the signal reaching San Marcos listeners has been weakened by the terrain.
There's also a ridge on the southern edge of San Marcos that blocks a good portion of our signal. And so we are unable to get a good, strong signal into San Marcos, at least all areas of San Marcos. There are some areas that receive it better than others.
A key to improving the signal will be to replace the existing tower. In all, the project is expected to cost more than $400,000.
And hopefully after adding a little height to the tower, students won't have any problem picking up KTSW. For Bobcat Update, I'm Brett Taylor.
The recently disbanded SWAT program at Texas State is showing some signs of a rebirth. Our own Mitch Schubert has more.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
That is the tone students hear if they try calling 805-SWAT, the phone number for the Students with Alternative Driving program. Until recently, the program provided a safe ride home, no questions asked, for intoxicated Texas State students on weekends. It is no longer operational at Texas State, but some members of the student government are working to change that.
And they're going to try to work on proposals to replace the lack of late-night transportation, whether it be reorganizing the SWAT program, having taxis downtown, or even getting the trams to run.
According to director of the Alcohol and Drug Resource Center, Judy Rowe, the program had been running well since its creation in 2001. But during the past 2 years, a lack of student leadership and volunteers created a strain for the program. Rose says the service suffered especially on Friday and Saturday nights because few volunteers were willing to participate. Senior Justin Payne says SWAT was a beneficial program and treated students like adults.
You're allowing students to be adults and say, I'm not responsible enough to at least drink responsibly, so at least let me get home safe.
Other options are being looked into at the community and city level, like changing a downtown taxi ordinance or creating a late-night bus route. For Bobcat Update, I'm Mitch Schubert.
This Saturday, the city of San Marcos will be hosting Pet Fest at the San Marcos Plaza Park. Pet Fest is the largest fundraiser of the year for Prevent a Litter Central Texas, or PALS. There will be a silent auction, 5K run, music, and weenie dog and chihuahua races. Circus Chicken Dog, a famous TV star, will also perform here in San Marcos for the first time. Prizes will be given for the dog and its owner who look the most alike. And cats aren't left out. There's a contest for the most photogenic feline. Admission is free, but attendees are encouraged to bring a donation of dry pet food.